Pooping daily, essential or overrated?
Essential.
One myth about gut health that drives you crazy.
That you need to cleanse your gut using hydrocolon therapy or enemas and colon flushes. Utter nonsense. Not all probiotics are made the same.
Right.
Your body is not going to randomly accept whatever probiotics you're giving, because end of the day it's like the fight for real estate. Okay, you have this prime real estate which your innate gut bacteria as well as the probiotic that you're taking, everyone is trying to fight for. So it's going to be a battle of sorts and no one can predict the outcome. So don't randomly start taking probiotics just because they showed you some gut lean ad and lean whatever, probiotics to trim out your fat and get you a lower belly weight and kind of belly fat, or none of that. It's a big scam. Please stop wasting your money like this.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Ask Amita podcast. Today we are going to talk about your questions on gut health. We have the gut maestro with us today.
Ooh.
So, as you always say, that we need to normalize talking about our poop and
Absolutely.
pooping, at least in the healthcare setup.
Absolutely.
So, I'm going to start with the poop questions first.
Go ahead.
So one confusion that everyone has is about the frequency. So either it can be only once, twice, thrice. So what frequency of poop is normal?
Rather than go for frequency, it's more important to see what is the type of your poop.
Okay.
Having said that, a couple of times a day is fine. More than that, then there's something that you are eating which is not agreeing probably with your body, or you are not eating enough, because a lot of times people who especially are on weight loss diets or who are eating very less, they find that they have to go multiple times to feel completely evacuated, which is wrong, which should not happen if your fiber intake is on point. So that is the concern, that whether you're, the way we ask with sleep, how did you sleep today, right? Did you feel that you slept enough? Did you feel that you are feeling well recovered, and were you satisfied with your quality of sleep? Similarly, the question to answer should be, how did you poop today? Did you feel happy about it? Because when the poop is good, it does make you feel happy.
Correct. Yes. Okay. So as such, there is like nothing an ideal frequency. It is.
Yeah. So for the Indian population, we are typically, because our diets have originally been higher in fiber, we do end up needing or having to go at least once in a day. Less than that is something which is not going to agree with your gut health. But couple of times is also fine. More than that is, say, a red flag.
So you said the type of the poop matters more.
Yes.
What the poop should look like.
Great question. So a lot of times when people come to me, they also say that, no, I don't have any issues with my poop, and my tummy is always like very clear. I don't have any problems with digestion. And then I ask them that, okay, so does it mean that do you end up having to go to the loo as soon as you have a cup of tea, or you have some coffee, or you ate something and then you had to go to the loo immediately? Is that happening? And then they say yes. Now, if that's you, if you end up having to go to the loo right after you had a cup of coffee with milk, or say tea with milk, then that's a red flag. Okay, because then it possibly means that your gut is not agreeing either with the tea or the coffee or the milk in it. Okay, so having to go to poop right after having eaten or having consumed some beverage is not normal. Okay, having to evacuate as soon as, okay, I ate and then I went to the loo immediately is not normal. If that is happening to you, then there is some problem with your gut. Okay, because a healthy gut is going to work like, clockwork. And most people who have regular good bowels will go only once, maximum twice in a day, and it will not be poop which is going to be all over the place. Like I just went and I had like a good big poop. The notion of big poop, which is like a lot of soft and loose poop, that is not normal. Okay?
Okay.
Good poop or dream poop is always well formed.
Okay.
It's always like a sausage, it's like a snake. It's well formed. If your poop is like soft and all over the pot, or it's hard and like pellets like that of a goat, not okay.
Not
okay. If you have to strain when you have to poop, if you end up being like all sweaty and red faced, or you have to sit there straining too long, then that is not okay. That's not normal. Similarly, if you end up having to say, if you went to poop and then there was a loud fart and you had to all the contents of your intestines was spread all over the commode, is also not normal.
Not okay. That is often considered a good poop.
It is, unfortunately, but that is not true. So people, that's what I said, that when I ask people about their poop and then they tell me, no, I don't have any trouble pooping at all. I have a very easy poop and it just comes out super quickly.
Yeah.
That is not normal.
That's a red flag, right?
That's a red flag, yes.
Okay. So now coming to the time that it takes to poop. So is 20 minutes too a long time to take?
Of course, 20 minutes is too long a time, okay? What that also does is it ends up increasing your risk of hemorrhoids. So the longer you sit on the pot, more you're increasing your risk of hemorrhoids. If you are in the habit of taking the phone to the loo, please stop it right now, because that's doing you no favors. That is a short way of getting bloody stools, like stools which have blood in it. And you will also end up getting hemorrhoids with it. So don't do that. An ideal pooping time would be anywhere around 5 to maximum 10 minutes.
Okay.
And a lot of times people, especially who are constipated, so what they tend to do is they tend to go and sit there waiting for the urge to poop to come. Okay.
Right.
Unfortunately, the urge to poop is not going to come like a divine intervention.
Yeah.
If you feel the urge to go, only then you should be going and sitting on the commode or in the toilet, and not just wait for signals after you already sat out there.
Right. Okay. So it should be like only when you get the urge, that's the time.
Yes. And 5 to 10 minutes max.
Okay. So now if someone's asking, if I want to understand if my gut health is poor, what are the signs I should look out for?
Okay. Like I mentioned, A, whether you are pooping every day or not, number one. B, if you are already pooping every day, how many times are you going in a day? 3, what is your type of poop?
Okay.
Like we discussed, like it needs to be well formed. If it is not well formed, then that's a gut health issue. Number 4, do you have to go to the loo right after you eat? Okay, or drink. I had tea, I had to go poop. I had coffee, I had to go poop. I had lunch, I had to go poop. I am scared of traveling because I don't know. I'm scared of eating when I'm traveling because I don't know where I'll have to go suddenly, to poop. I am always anxious about traveling or going out to the market or even shopping in the mall because I never know when I'll get the urge to poop. These are all red flags. Also, having to go to the loo and sit and strain for too long, having to strain to the extent of, that you actually work up a sweat. It seems like a workout. Red flags. These are not okay.
Okay.
If any of this is happening, it means that your gut health is not proper.
So now one of the common thing that we are seeing people have is the irritable bowel syndrome.
Yes.
So can you please let us know for a layman that what IBS is?
IBS is a functional problem. It is not like I had an injury, I had a wound here and I can see and that is causing me trouble. So unfortunately, irritable bowel syndrome is not a physical problem. It's not a hardware problem. It's a gut software problem, which means that for some people, you have different kinds of IBS. For some people, say drinking something like milk or eating gluten could be giving them indigestion, could be giving them loose poop, could be giving them constipation, could be leading to there being blood in their stool, or it can even be giving them soft poop. Okay, so there are different ways that IBS manifests, and there are different symptoms for different kinds of irritable bowel syndrome, which again cannot be tested with any diagnostic test. Okay. So even if you were to do a colonoscopy, you may not find anything much out there. So yeah. So for IBS, what one needs to understand is that if your poop is not proper, or if you also have associated symptoms like extreme acidity, or getting a lot of burps constantly, having too much flatulence, stinky farts, or too many farts in a day, or even something like you getting reflux as soon as you eat, or your tongue being coated, you getting burps which are like smelly. All of these could be symptoms of IBS, and this can be fixed by taking the patient through an elimination diet wherein one eliminates what could be, say, the trigger foods for people with IBS, and then you start reintroducing those foods one by one and identify what is causing the problem. So then you can adjust for that. You remove that one trigger food, for example, gluten. So if you are like super sensitive to gluten, or you could also have celiac disease, which is a gluten allergy,
Yes.
and along with that have also IBS. So you could be sensitive to gluten as well as dairy. You could have IBS and lactose intolerance. So all of those factors can be removed, and then you end up eating a balanced diet from whatever other food components that you can have. Yeah.
So if there is no proper diagnosis per se, a diagnostic test, so the diagnosis is based on these symptoms only.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So also the question is like, does sleep and stress level affect your gut immediately?
Oh, yes, it does. So if you've seen, okay, here's what happens when we travel. When we have traveled, you say taken a late night flight, or you travel for long hours, you're going to reach your destination around say 4 a.m. or sometimes at 11 o'clock. And if you're normally someone who poops regularly in the morning, you're going to be super stressed that, oh my God, now I don't want to poop in the train and I don't want to take a dump at the airport. So then you're also going to be like up through the night, and then you're going to change or try to modify whatever you're eating or not eating so as to not have that urge to go in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Now, all of this, it impacts your gut health and it impacts your poop.
Yeah.
Okay. And we know for a fact that people who tend to have poor sleep outcomes, okay, people who tend to have insomnia also tend to have a lot of gut issues.
Okay.
And here's another thing, okay, people, especially women, okay, women tend to have more autoimmune as well as gut issues, as well as situations like where they are not pooping either enough or are constipated or have too much loose poop. Why? Because women also tend to be the majority caregivers, and because of the stress of caregiving, it ends up leading them to poor sleep outcomes, and then you end up having all of these gut issues.
Gut issues also. So now coming towards the exercise, does exercising improve the gut function?
100% it does. 100%. So what happens is that if you're constipated, for example, you will find that a lot of times people tell you, or if they're not, they should be telling you to take a walk. Okay, have some water, go take a walk around, and then you will get the urge, to poop, because walking improves your gut motility. Walking also improves the transit time of your food. So yes, exercise does always help your gut health.
Is tea and coffee harmful for the gut?
No, in fact, coffee can be very useful. It also, the kind of coffee, like this kind of coffee, not the instant one, but the coffee that is made with a drip filter, or like you're having an espresso or something. So that is going to be beneficial for you because it also contains a lot of fiber. Having said that, some people could be just sensitive to coffee and get, say, a tummy ache. For example, I get a tummy ache if I drink a certain kind of coffee. Okay. So it's important to be sensitive to your own self and your body whenever you are, say, trying to understand your gut health, because this is not something that you can see externally, right?
Yes.
My tummy ache is, if my tummy is hurting, there's no light that is going to go up anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would have been so easy, right? Just, okay, bulb lit up, Amita's tummy is hurting, done. But it's a very subjective thing, and you need to be paying attention to your symptoms and
Be more observant.
absolutely 100%. So while the coffee would work for most people, there are some who might be a little too sensitive to it and may not work for you. So it's a very subjective answer.
Right. Okay. So whenever a doctor prescribes an antibiotic, is it adversely affecting our gut?
So now this is super interesting, okay? Earlier, people used to think, like I'm saying, say 50 years ago, no one was talking about gut health in the context of antibiotics. It was just like you have some issue with, or you have, say, a bacterial infection, you're going to take an antibiotic, you're going to get rid of it.
Right.
Then came research which said that, oh my God, you're taking antibiotics and they are not really, say, they are going to destroy indiscriminately all of your good and your bad bacteria. Now we have research which says that yes, your antibiotics are going to adversely impact, or rather, say, try and eliminate a certain bacterial colony in your tummy, but your gut health or your gut is so good that it always tries to hold on to some good gut bacteria.
Okay.
Okay. And what started happening, because people thought that the antibiotics are going to flush out or remove all of the microbes in your body, in your gut, people used to think that you need to then take a probiotic at that point of time, right? But we now, and this is like super new research that has come about only in the past month or two is when we are seeing, this research where they say that if you've taken an antibiotic and along with that you take a probiotic, what tends to happen is the probiotic crowds out what could have been an effort of your body to regenerate the good gut microbiome.
Okay. So is it reducing your body's ability to form the colony?
It kind of competes with it.
Okay.
Okay, so because the probiotics that you're taking are also going to try and colonize the gut. And your gut, which intuitively has held back onto some starter bacteria,
Right.
is trying to grow the good ones, because antibiotic is like,
Is the
destroying.
competition good or bad for us?
Precisely the, like say, the problem that we don't know
Okay.
yet. But we do know now, the latest research is showing that it might be a good idea to just let your gut be and do its own thing rather than give it an extra probiotics or anything, because your gut will the microbes will regenerate in some form. But still early days, that the gut is like quite an enigma. We don't really know a whole lot about it, to be very honest.
True. Okay. So coming towards the supplements, like otherwise, if I'm not taking the, say, antibiotic, but if I am being prescribed a probiotic supplement, how much duration is it okay? And,
So first of all, not all probiotics are for everyone. Just because you're taking a probiotic does not mean that your gut microbiome is going to improve. Just because you're taking a probiotic does not mean that your digestive health is going to improve. Taking a probiotic does not always mean that all of that, the microbial load or the gut bacteria that you're trying to inoculate into your system, your gut is actually going to be able to absorb it or retain it. We don't know. For all you know, whatever probiotics you're taking are just forming the bulk of your stool and it's going out. So unless and until we tag them with some dyes or something, there is no means wherein we can know whether it's truly helpful or not. Also, what prebiotic you are taking, or sorry, also what probiotic you are taking is of the ultimate importance, because not all probiotics are made the same.
right.
Your body is not going to randomly accept whatever probiotics you're giving, because end of the day it's like the fight for real estate. Okay, you have this prime real estate which your innate gut bacteria as well as the probiotic that you're taking, everyone is trying to fight for. So it's going to be a battle of sorts and no one can predict the outcome. So before you start taking any probiotic, check what it contains.
Right.
Whosoever is prescribing it to you, don't randomly start taking probiotics just because they showed you some gut lean ad and lean whatever, probiotics to trim out your fat and get you a lower belly weight and kind of belly fat, or none of that. Is a big scam. Please stop wasting your money like this. So don't do that. And whatever probiotic you've been prescribed, first ask your practitioner why they are giving it to you. What does it contain? What is the expected outcome? And what are the red flags to watch out for? Because it does happen that you started a probiotic and that actually made your gut symptoms worse. So, and again, having to
then figure out also that, it was because of the probiotic with the existing gut symptoms.
Absolutely. Because see, what happens is people assume that I started taking a probiotic and now I'm undergoing a gut cleanse, which is I have to go to poop 4 to 5 times, and hence that's going to give me a detox, or it's going to cleanse my all the toxins from my gut. That is utter nonsense. Okay. No such thing like that exists. So you having to poop multiple times is not normal, is not okay. It means that something in whatever you are eating, be it your diet or be it the probiotic, is not working for you.
Okay. So what the real gut cleanse should be?
Oh, a real gut cleanse should be drinking a lot of water, eating a good amount of fiber. So at least try to hit 30 grams of fiber per day. Make sure that you're eating lean protein, you have healthy fats like nuts and oil seeds in your diet, and that you're exercising and sleeping well. That's all.
So some people also have like a majority concern over here was that they're eating clean, their diet is proper, but yet they're experiencing, say, the gut symptoms of bloating or per se. So what is the reason for them?
Then they could have IBS and they could have some food sensitivities which is not agreeing with their body, and they need to identify what they are.
So we have received quite a lot questions about acidity from our acidity podcast. So one of the viewer is asking, soaked cumin water, is it good for curing your acidity?
No.
Okay. Does alkaline water help reduce acidity?
No.
Does chewing gum increase acidity?
No.
Okay. Is kanji really helpful?
Depends on how you're making it, whether it is safe to consume, and whether you are able to digest it or not. A lot of people who've never had kanji in their life before, when they suddenly start eating kanji, they start getting loose motions. So depends on what it's doing to your body.
Okay. Similarly, aloe vera juice for acidity.
So all of these juices for acidity, they are not going to work unless until you treat the root cause of it. So increasing your fiber intake is the best way of dealing with acidity, so that all of the extra bile and everything can be absorbed by fiber and thrown out of your system. So aloe vera juice might give you temporary relief because it's a little cool on the throat, but it's not a permanent solution.
Okay. Then post C-section constipation. So what changes actually help then?
Increase your fiber intake and your water intake.
Okay. So now we have the rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So one gut health tip you wish everyone knew.
That meeting your fiber requirement is super important and not as easy as it seems. So 30 grams of fiber every day to keep all of your gut happy.
Your favorite fermented food?
Curd or dahi?
Good. Okay. Pooping daily, essential or overrated?
Essential.
One myth about gut health that drives you crazy?
That you need to cleanse your gut using hydrocolon therapy or enemas and colon flushes. Utter nonsense.
One food that messes up your gut health instantly?
Alcohol.
Okay. So one needs to give up if having gut health issues?
Yeah. One should be not having alcohol anyway.
Right. Any go-to or remedy for bloating?
Increasing your fiber intake and increasing your water intake.
Water, okay. One underrated gut-friendly food that needs more of our attention?
Quinoa.
Okay, why so?
It brings a good amount of fiber to your plate and is a beautiful millet.
Yeah.
Okay then, so that was a lot of questions about gut and gut health, and I hope we answered a whole lot of your questions. If there are any further questions remaining, let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you because we are here to answer your questions, right? Let us know in the comments, and of course, don't forget to share and subscribe.